friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be building with the new Seaside Getaway building kit, together creating a seaside docks and resort in the beach floating island. I wanted to create a space that is heavily inspired by the Walt Disney World Beach Club, which is also ironically the inspiration for the building kit itself. I also thought it would finally be a great time to use these Mulan bridges to create a sort of docks with open water, so I had a lot of fun experimenting with that. If you would like to see how this build is made, keep on watching. This video is going to show a lot more of me making spontaneous decisions where you see my thought process in action, so I will warn you that I do change my mind a couple times, including with the placement of the buildings that you see right now. To start, I used the house skin that they gave us at the very center, and I used the Y-shaped buildings to create a singular large structure. I also do push the whole thing back eventually, so I will be correcting the spacing in a bit. Luckily, I found that these pieces connect decently well diagonally, so it really helped in forming a cohesive structure. To add more height in the back, I used two lighthouse pieces to finish off the shape of the main building. And you can disregard the two lighthouses I add on the sides because those will eventually go too. On the left side, I use only the Y-shaped buildings to create the main docks area, and we will start to build the pier boardwalk using these training camp bridges. This entire section of making the boardwalk is like doing one big puzzle, which is evident in the amount of times that you will see me switching it up. We need to create the illusion that the bridges are in the water, so directly under it we will put the Touch of Magic water rugs. It's easy to make, you just use the marble texture and these shades of blue that I am showing you, and you add the gray gradients around the edges to help blend it with the Neverland River kit. I have a tutorial posted in YouTube Shorts if you want a more detailed explanation. As I mentioned, this is a lot like Tetris or doing a puzzle, so I had to remind myself to give a little bit of space on the left so that we can actually walk around behind the docks. Once the rugs are situated, I use the Neverland River kit to surround the bridges with water. I use the second largest piece in establishing the size, as well as some of the medium pieces, but we are going to be adding boats in the water, so for those I would allow space for at least two of the largest water pieces, as that's the only one that will allow a boat to rest on. I use the Jungle Cruise boat, but I hope to replace it with a boat that is coming soon in the game. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can find it online, which by the way, shout out to the talented Dreamlight Valley Leaks team. I eventually elongate the bridges and move the water pieces around just to get the boats where I want it. It's here where I change up the main structure, so I needed more space between the water and the buildings, so I will just be making it less bulky and I will push it back. decided to actually add Donald's house here as well, and I discovered that he can sit pretty far away from the edge while giving you access to enter his home. As you can see, I did add fences, so I make sure to place him where you can still enter his house without removing them. The main pathing that I will use is the worn brick road with the border, and this is an item that you can get from the current Lady and the Tramp star path, which you will have to actually buy from Scrooge and not craft them. Breaking up the pathing a bit, we will just be adding some foliage right in the center. I use the leaf-strewn path with borders to make a more distinguishing planter flooring, and then I will add some palm trees and some lush foliage. To tie it all in, I use the same Edwardian iron barrier gates to make it look a little bit cleaner. This is something I have been doing in a lot of builds recently, but I think it just adds an extra layer of detail. I removed the center of the path to alternate between using the brick road and the natural rock path road. I do go up the side here as well, but I do end up covering that back up with the previous pathing, so really you're only doing the top and the bottom and not the left or right sides. This is when I started to add some trees and to fill up some of that empty space around the build. I predominantly use the dune palm trees from Eternity Isle while also using the wide swamp trees in the sides since it's large and takes up some volume. I'll also put down some cypress trees and some sunlit plateau palm trees. On the right side, I finished laying out the buildings as well, and I create a straight line using 2 different buildings in the kit, and the lighthouses are at the very end. For the front, I wanted it to feel like a luxury resort dining area, so I actually thought it would be cool to use these Norwegian L-shaped benches as dividers. I make 3 dividers total using 6 benches. In between those, I will repeat the process of making the foliage planters, and in those 2 spots, I will also use the tropical lounge chairs to create a more relaxed resort feeling. Over top the water, I add some lighting with the tangled lanterns, and I also introduce some lighting with the tiki torches throughout the build. I like to decorate a bit more simple where I'm concerned, since I don't want it to feel overcluttered. On this right side, I simply add an area to park some bicycles, add some lighting, and some benches. I'll also be using a lot of barrels in different shapes and sizes, so make sure you have an assortment of those, as we do want to maintain a fishing docks vibe along with the resort vibe. While trying to stay true to the resort aesthetic, I add 2 matching Pixar Ferris wheels on either side, which elevates the build to a more vacation-y vibe. Behind the Ferris wheels, I just fill in the space with some more trees and foliage since we won't be wanting to go back there at all. And I decorate the left side corner with minimal foliage to create a small and cute entry space for the teleport well. So back on the left side, I use an assortment of barrels and other fishing adjacent items, also using these boxes that you get from the Lady and the Tramp realm. The fishing rack is called Scar's Trap, and that was also a quest item that you only get one of. I also use things like Tramp's barrel bed and Tigger's nest, rotating it so that the barrel part is more pronounced than the bed parts. The very front is minimally decorated, just adding a couple small details like the surfboards. This point is just me adding details everywhere, anything that I think of that can just elevate the build a little bit. By the structure, I use the Rock Show Star Path fountains, and I create a little dining table area with the barrel tables. are the cast iron steam vents, and they are also in the current star path, so I scatter a couple of those on the new brick road. With that, I also add a seaside fountain from the Ariel Dream Bundle that is in the premium shop. Once I add a couple details like the fencing in the front and make a few adjustments, that'll be the end of the speed build. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did in making this build. I would overall say that I loved working with these building kits, and my only criticism is that it is a bit expensive in the shop. But so far I am loving the results, and I can see potential for future builds using this kit. If you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!